Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, thank you very much. Now, the NBA has accepted that this is an era of player movement. Commissioner Adam Silver says the data shows that superstars moving isn't necessarily a bad thing because it allows situations to change. Teams that may not be in a competitive position hope that they can sign one of those players. And as we know, Kevin, hope springs eternal.
It always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Harris in at the 3. And for Chicago, Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. The wing set for him, Levine and DeRozan. And it's Dosunmu in at the point guard position. Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. That's a refreshing approach.
5 to shoot. For 3, Williams. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Here's DeRozan. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
There aren't many players with a quicker first step than Tyrese Maxey.
And I love the way he uses it to his advantage, Greg. I mean, he's got an athletic advantage over most of the guys that are defending him. And he'll exploit it every chance he gets. But that quick first step and fearlessness, lethal combination.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Still very early in the season here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talents. Rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Free throw good, Levine.
An all-star caliber talent now in the league, Levine has shown a real fire and hunger to continue to improve.
And so Levine nails both of them.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
Now, here's Maxey. Sinks that one from the post.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Williams with the ball, guarded by Tucker. Here's DeRozan. And it's off the back rim, no good. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Levine can't hit.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Williams. And here is Dosunmu. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Harden. That one's not going to go.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. The right guy, right play, wrong result.
Williams gets the bucket.
Boy, DeRozan showing you good recognition there. Saw the gap in the defense and fired the pass to the wide open man. Doesn't get much better than that.
Maxey against Levine, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. Whitey's checked in for Levine.
One shot.
Well, certainly, Clark, the 76ers, the past few seasons, have given their fans plenty to feel good about.
Yeah, and you know, those Philly fans are really hard to please. They have great expectations and knowledge to go along with it. But you're right. I mean, it's been much easier to look on the bright side in Philly recently. The talent and results have been trending up in recent years.
Offensive rebound. The pass to Vucevic. To the inside. Dosunmu goes up and lays it nice and easy. Dosunmu's got 5 now.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And Tucker kicks to Harden. Embiid is at the elbow. Vucevic with the block. To the wing on the left. Now here's Dosunmu, guarded by Harden. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. Tucker the pass to Embiid. Back to Tucker. And here's Harden for 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. The Bulls have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's DeRozan. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Greg, some guys are late bloomers, but DeRozan, he was just the opposite.
Yeah, reports are he had handles at age 3. First dunk game in the 6th grade. 5-star high school prospect, and in a strange way, he's still an underrated superstar.
And the first one drops.
Boy, the elevated playmaking from DeRozan has been a revelation of late. An all-around threat who still feels underappreciated by many, and I think that drives him quite a bit.
The Bulls making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Here's DeRozan after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Right down low. He's covered by Maxey. 76ers trailing. Here's Harris, and the layup's good off the glass. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
Dosunmu, the pass to White. Pass to Brent. 6 to shoot. Dosunmu's shot is off. Well, it was the 76ers, their last game, a loss to Boston.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Now, here's Maxey. He has 6. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Javonte Green comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Kobe White. And it's Dragic in for Dosunmu. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Coach Niang comes in for PJ Tucker. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for James Harden. And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Inside. Here's Caruso.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys? Lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
And he makes both free throws.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's Niang, guarded by Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Melton. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And how about the court awareness there? Dragic, fantastic job spotting the wide open teammate.
The 76ers again can't hit it.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
One of the things, actually the one thing that really stands out to me is the amount of points they're piling up at the charity stripe. They're doing a great job getting to the line and converting.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And so Caruso nails both of them.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
Now here's Dragic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's good.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Here's Niang. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The Bulls leading by 6. On the wing, Green. Pass to Caruso. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Melton.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
Boy, you've got to give credit to the defense. I mean, this is where you want to really work for quality looks. Try to get that confidence back.
Green passes to Drummond. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. And now it's an 8-point Bulls lead. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Poked loose and stolen by Drummond. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Caruso, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here's Thibault. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Harrell finds Thibault. Rocket 2, offensive rebound. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Here's Harden. DeRozan and Williams are the forwards. Levine is out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Chicago. Now, here is Harden. 5 on the clock and too long on the shot.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through, even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
DeRozan's shot is off. The 76ers trailed by 6. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Embiid, no good.
Wide open, and still surprisingly he wasn't able to cash in.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. Pass to DeRozan. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
DeRozan is deceptive in his height and quickness, so they can make him hard to guard, especially from this area.
First free throw is good. And something that's been on the uptick in the NBA is free throw shooting. League-wide, Clark, teams are having more success from the stripe than ever before.
The 2020s are on pace, Kevin, to be the best free throw shooting decade in the history of the game, with skilled players now favored relative to the old school bangers. I mean, everybody pretty much has to be able to knock down shots to be effective as a player in today's game. So the free throw shooting percentage is going up. Not much of a surprise to me.
Right side, DeRozan. Levine kicks to DeRozan. And the Bulls with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
The Bulls leading by 5. Dosunu, the pass to Vucevic on the left block, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Harris kicks to Korkmaz. Harden looking it over, and he's good on the 3-ball. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can't let Harden get comfortable from outside the arc. I mean, he's capable of raining threes in bunches.
Vucevic, the pass to DeRozan. 16 feet away. Levine wide open. And it comes off the front of the rim. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
Right wing. Harden kicks it to Tucker. Harris against DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on DeRozan.
And, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris, because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good.
First trip to the line for him here.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star. And that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. I'm sure he'll take the trade-off.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
Good on the bucket. Levine's got 6.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here is Harden. 5 points in the game. From past the arc, buries it from 3-point range. 8 points for him.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Fires it up. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. Here's Milton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, Shake Milton-Clark is 6'5". Has a 7-foot wingspan. I mean, that is insane size for a guard.
It sure is, Kevin. I mean, that's freakish length when you're only 6'5". And it allows Milton to guard positions 1 through 4. And I think that's critical in today's NBA with all of the switching we see defensively. So Shake's effort level helps him on defense as well. It's the wingspan and the want-to that make him a versatile defender.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Bulls. Then for the 76ers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid, and Matisse Thybulle subbed in for P.J. Tucker. And it's tied up with that one. Chicago calls timeout. Well, the Bulls shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. It's tipped, And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's DeRozan. 5 points in the game. Levine for 3, and they get it back. Here's Drummond.
You know, Harrell's an excellent defender, and for him, it's all about energy, and he brings that every single night.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now, here's Milton. There's the dish to Harrell. Back to Milton. 4 on the clock. From outside the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Harris against DeRozan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
This is something DeRozan does all too well. I mean, presses the issue, forces the issue, and then gets the defense to overcommit.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. Some changes for Chicago. Green is checked in for Zach LaVine, and it's Dragic in for Dosunmu. Then for the 76ers, George Niang comes in for Tobias Harris, and it's DeAnthony Melton in for Shake Milton. Second free throw, no good. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Miami Heat. Melton finds Thibault. In the corner, Harden. Lets a floater go. It's good on the putback.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here. How about the superb anticipation from Drummond, sensing the opportunity to go for the alley-oop and then converting in style.
And the basket by Harden.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's DeRozan. Sweet little floater. DeRozan's got 8 points.
Well, what a nice touch from DeRozan. A savvy veteran. Makes it look so easy when he scores there.
Now, here is Harden. He had 35 points last game out.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
There's Dragic with the 3. Here's Drummond, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers, trailing by 2. On the wing, Melton. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up. The 76ers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Bulls with some changes. Tony Bradley comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Alex Caruso in for White. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Maxi's checked in. Melton hits them both. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Dragic the pass to Green. Back to Dragic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And we don't normally see Dragic inside, but credit to the Slovenian for not shying away from the trees.
The Bulls have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Philadelphia's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. On the wing, Melton. He's guarded by Dragic. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. And that one's good. Caruso.
Oh, nice pass by Dragic. Really putting that veteran eye to work.
There's the pass to Niang. Here's Maxey. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The 76ers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. 40 seconds left now here in the second. Outside, Green. Now here's Grant. Not a lot of room. And it's Drummond with the jam.
You know, I would venture to say if you didn't run one play for Drummond all night, he still could score in double digits. He is an incredible offensive rebounder.
Now here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Niang kicks to Maxey. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Outside, Dragic. Dishes it to Bradley. Over Harrell. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bulls lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, obviously it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
See how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are leading by 4. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
The bench unit was an essential part of the puzzle in the first half. They really stepped it up in a big way, and that helped out. And now the starters can appreciate not having to carry the load on their own.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out the defense. Coming out of the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Harris in at the 3. And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
Levine, the bounce pass. Clock at 6. And it's DeRozan missing. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. A 2-point game. Here's Harris. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And Chicago shooting the ball at 42%. And that one is good. And that's now 10 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Guys, you remember when DeMar DeRozan first came into the league? He was just really a raw athlete. Now he's a finely tuned offensive juggernaut.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now, here's Dosunmu. He has 5. Levine can't hit.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
Here's Tucker. Back to Harden. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Chicago leading to the paint. Dosunmu, shot's good. Dosunmu's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
Now here's Harden. He's got 13. Harris. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
Not shying away at all from some contact. Harris takes it to the rim with force.
DeRozan passes to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Harris finds Harden. Shoots over Dosunmu. They grab their own miss. Basket counts.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Vucevic dishes to Williams. Shoots over Embiid. And the rejection by Embiid. Harden outside for the tie. And the layup is good. Harden's got the game tied up here for Philadelphia.
A guy like Harden makes a coach look really good. I mean, you can rely on him to consistently give you big scoring performances.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
When Joel Embiid entered the NBA, many questioned if he would be able to overcome the devastating injury.
Well, you know, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league. Those questions were fair to ask. I mean, is this guy ever going to get on the court? But once he did, oh my, a monster. I've not seen a big guy do the stuff Joel Embiid can do. It's actually insane.
And the Bulls making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And DeRozan kicks to Drummond. Bulls moving the ball around. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Embiid with the steal. On the wing, Harris. For the lead, it's laid in by Harden. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
Hey, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Here's Drummond. The 9-footer's on the mark. Drummond's got 12 points in the game. To the wing right side. And Tucker kicks to Harden. Maxey looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
Boy, this big guy, Joel Embiid, is a center with an awesome dunking arsenal.
You know we have to see that great mobile one drive one more time.
And that's a thing of beauty. Certain plays, almost no words. You just sit back and appreciate.
To the left wing. Drummond passes to Dosunmu. Drummond in the post, guarded by Harden. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Now, here is Harden. D right on him. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Bucket is good. Drummond's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
They've gone out of their way to involve Drummond in this offense, and I think that's really kept him engaged. You know, sometimes it's that simple. Just get it up in the air and let Harris do the rest of the work.
Chicago calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Bradley's checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Dragic in for Dosunmu. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. DeAnthony Melton comes in for James Harden. Now here's Drummond. He's got 16.
Boy, excellent possession from this team that time. When you set up Drummond down low, I mean, you're going to get trips to the line.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long. And thus far, it's paying off.
You know, the defense has given them that shot, and they've knocked it down consistently, and that's been a real key factor for them tonight.
And he can't get the first one. Some changes for Philadelphia. Harrell comes in for Embiid, and it's Shake Milton in for Harris. And he sinks the second. The 76ers lead. Passes to Tucker. To the middle. Harrell against Drummond. Harrell kicks to Milton. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Dragic. A shot by Milton, no good.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Here's Melton. That one, no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Now, here's Caruso. 6 points for him. Down low, Bradley finds Drummond. From about 19 feet, that one off the back iron and out. To the middle, here's Harrell. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Green, the pass to Bradley. Inside. On the wing, Milton. Guarded by Green. And that one's good. Thybulle.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. Here's Caruso. And the shot is long. Philadelphia's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Philadelphia moving the ball around. He was all alone on that one. And now a 4-point 76ers lead.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
It's stolen by Green. And Green slams it in.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
The first free throw is good.
You know, what's great about Harrell is his ability to deliver whatever his team needs. I mean, he's the ideal guy to have coming off your bench.
And both free throws good for Harrell. Here's White. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers on top, up by 2. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The wing set for him, Levine and DeRozan. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. And it goes Sunmu in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Chicago, DeMar DeRozan.
One shot.
At the line for 1.
Heading with it. Harris outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, looking to score often from there, Harris is excellent at drawing the defense's attention and fouls.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
So he gets them both. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Sunmu, the pass to DeRozan. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Williams. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harris.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Williams. Philadelphia has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Pass to Korkmaz. Harden kicks to Korkmaz. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Chicago leading. Pass to Levine, to the paint. Here's Vucevic, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
What you love about Vucevic, the consistency, solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
At the line for the Bulls, Nikola Vucevic. Shooting one.
One shot.
You know, Greg, adding to that for Vucevic, the last 2 seasons, he's been excellent in the playoffs.
Great point, Kevin. His numbers were up over what he did in the regular season. He hits clutch shots, gives them a physical presence, and he is just a rock in the middle.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And the slashing Embiid is impossible to match up with. Terrific at cutting off the ball after the screen.
Outside, Levine. Kicks it to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far. And when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Harris outside. Feeds it to Embiid. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Denied. Return to sender. That's something you expect from a 7-footer like Vucevic.
And it's DeRozan missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Korkmaz passes to Embiid. Up and in on the layup. And it's 8 points for Joel Embiid.
You see why they go to Embiid in close. I mean, he's more than capable of getting it in the hoop.
Now the pass to Dosunmu. DeRozan in the corner. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Free throw good, Maxey. PJ Tucker, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey hits them both. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's DeRozan. Here's Dosunmu. The Bulls with another miss. Here's Harris to take the lead. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris. At the line for 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Count the basket.
Levine's such an outstanding scorer, athletic, strong, great confidence in taking it to the rack. he's no stranger to tough finishes.
Now here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, James Harden is still a tremendous player, but now in his early 30s, some question, can he be the dominant MVP force we saw in Houston?
First one falls for him. And Greg, Harden in recent years dealing with hamstring injuries. Has he lost a step to age or injury?
You know, probably a little of both, but we've seen players with a new diet or training regimen get back to peak production. Hopefully, he can as well.
And both free throws good for James Harden. And guys, James Harden continues to be one of the most dominant offensive forces.
Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. No matter what city is on the front of his jersey, as long as Harden is on the back of it, you can expect the ball to go through the twine and for him to drop dimes too. He's clearly one of the best scorers of this generation by far.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He told his guys that the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And here is Dosunmu. Outside DeRozan. On the wing, DeRozan. Outside, Levine. Clock at 4. Passes it to Dosunmu. Latrey. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
Big man coming through. I have to enjoy watching Harris attack the rack with that kind of ferocity.
Now, here's Dosunmu. To the left side wing. Here's Vucevic. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid actually passes to Embiid. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Levine. To the inside. Dosunmu. And Embiid with the block.
A fantastic defender. Embiid is consistent, not only blocking shots, but going after them as well, especially when he's in the area.
Now, here's Dosunmu. Shot clock at 6. Vucevic. Harris against DeRozan. The jump hook, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Tell you what, seems like everything he's putting up is finding the net, and right now, Harris is simply balling out.
Here's Levine, and that time also a missed shot. The 76ers leading by 6. Embiid, the pass to Harden. Out to the wing. Here's Maxey. And Levine with the block. To the middle. Here's Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Embiid. And he makes the first. And Williams drops them both. The 76ers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Maxey kicks to Embiid, and he comes up with the deuce. Embiid's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Embiid is not just an okay shooter. This guy's a terrific shooter. So you can't let him get comfortable really from any distance. He can knock it down from anywhere.
Chicago calls timeout. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, this percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Now, here's Dosunmu, guarded by Harden. And play stops, whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. DeRozan passes to Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Maxey in the corner. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in it either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Harden inside the three-point line. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. DeRozan can't hit that one. Good D by Embiid. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Philadelphia. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Boy, Harden's got such a tremendous feel for the game and sees the whole court. He's a really slick creator.
DeRozan passes to Dosunmu. Over in the corner, Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's over Tucker. Off the left rim and out. The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Harris. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. No luck that time either. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Pass to Harris. Maxey with it. And the pass to Embiid. And it's good. 2 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
A new lineup here for the Bulls. And then for Philadelphia, George Niang, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Korkmaz comes in for Maxey. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. The free throw drops for Embiid.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Here's Dragic. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Now Milton. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, James. You have seen every type of defense from opponents over the years. What do you enjoy about that back and forth challenge?
Just every single game, trying to figure out what they're doing and how can I be aggressive and attack it. You know, I love playing the game of basketball. I love being crafty and just trying to compete at a high level every single night. You know, it takes a lot, but I'm built for it, and I'm going to just continue to keep going.
Well, you won the chess match tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.